and welcome back to Bravo Ish Talkers. This is a podcast that all started from a chat, and we are here to serve up our unapologetic opinion about Bravo. I am Christina, your host. I am a Bravo aficionado who never takes her TV off Bravo.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Ramona. I have a PhD in Bravoology and a lover of pop culture.
I'm Tiana, and I am a lover of all things Black Bravo.
And I am Courtney, realtor by day and Bravo private investigator by night.
Yay! So that makes us qualified ish talkers, and especially, more importantly, Bravo ish talkers.
The most qualified.
Exactly. So today we are bringing you the weekly roundup. And what is that?
Yes.
All the ish that's been happening in the Bravoverse this week. So without further ado,
Let's get into our ish of the week. I think one of the juiciest stories that has happened over the last few days was the grand opening of Kenya Moore's hair spa.
Kenya Moore hair.
Yes, it's like you can't say that without hearing the drummers
Twirl.
in the background. And
Yes.
so, our twirling, fabulous diva extraordinaire
was at it again.
is at it again,
Being a
and
villain,
up to
being
the
a villain.
Won't
craziness.
he do it? It's
Yeah.
heating up in
Just-
Atlanta.
Yes.
Yes.
And so apparently during the opening of the spa, she unveiled some posters that shared some images of newbie Brittany Eady.
Were they Gone
performing-
with the Wind fabulous?
No, darling.
Oh.
They were
Not this
performing
time,
sex
not
act fabulous.
Yes.
What did we? I mean, how crazy is this story? Like, who does that?
I
at
don't
a
know how you
grand
say it with a
opening?
straight face, first of all. And then just who thinks of this?
Yeah.
Kenya.
I said it with a complete smile. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's going to be so good.
I know
this
Tiana
season.
loved. When I was like, I know Tiana is eating up every bit of this.
Like the
I
pictures. Just,
Oh, okay. Dead. So dead. So dead right now.
We're putting Courtney out.
Yes.
aggressively,
Yes,
aggressively
going-
eating dick or whatever.
Yes, aggressively. Yes. And it was a big life-size poster board of it all. So, yeah, so Atlanta's going to be, I think it's going to be kind of back to the old Kenya. I think we're
I
gonna
love
see.
it.
I know.
I'm so excited.
It's like
Very
finally,
good.
but you know it was so funny because I was talking about this with someone. They were like, remember how she was, I don't know if you guys saw the interview with Carlos King. She was complaining about that they really didn't highlight her business and they didn't really show everything that she was doing.
Because no one wanted to see it. That's why.
Because that was boring.
Yeah.
And so the person I
Yeah.
was speaking with was like, well, at least now they're going to show the hair spot. And I'm like, now, if that's the
what
way
she had
you
to
show your
do.
business.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I've worked so hard on this business. And while we're at it, here's someone, like, that's crazy.
But can
So-
she also just, like, where is the self-awareness? Like,
There is none.
Nothing
Well-
she has done, though, that has, like, really taken off and succeeded. No shade, Kenya. No shade. But
No. I beg to differ. The hair care line.
isn't CVS on sale?
Yes.
Like, at bargain
but
prices.
it's made its way to CVS. And I also saw it at Sally's Beauty. And it's made a couple coins.
Okay.
Look, it's.
Isn't it Heavenly's, you think, beauty supply?
Yeah.
You think it made it?
Oh, that was a great question.
Yeah.
Dr. Heavenly.
Dr. Heavenly.
I don't know.
Yeah, some support there. Some Bravo support.
But
Maybe we should
apparently they're
investigate that.
saying, so first off, everything that happened this weekend was crazy. But what's even crazier is it seems like no one can get the story right.
Yeah, what is the story?
So at first, the story was there was a fight between Kenya and
Yes.
Brittany at her party. And then the story was Brittany Eady, giving head in these pictures at Kenya's spa. But now it appears that the posters were actually Miss Kenya Moore saying that Brittany is an insurance fraud hoe.
Oh,
And that was the
An
poster.
insurance fraud.
Well, how do you get from that to pictures of somebody performing oral sex?
Like in
I
a
don't
caption?
know. I mean, not even people got it correct. Even people had to come out and say,
Yeah.
oh, she called her an insurance fraud
So
hoe.
we just don't know either.
Yeah.
So
But we
we
like
don't
the
know.
jokes.
Yeah,
We do like the jokes. Let's just say I'm really looking forward to the season because the cameras were rolling, and I want to see what really happened and get to the truth.
And
of
we
this.
see less of Drew. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
God willing.
I mean, as long
Don't
as Ralph
rise.
is around to annoy us, and I feel like fine.
Okay. So you're here for Ralph.
Yes.
Okay. Even with
Well,
the
that
way
sounds
he,
weird. No.
I was about
No.
to say, even with the
You're
way he
in
looks.
Atlantic City with Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, we really don't want that though.
No,
So
I'm good on ever seeing
Yeah.
Ralph again. All right. In other news, we had an iconic thing happen, which is that the 15-year Watch What Happens live celebration. Lady, can you guys believe the Watch What Happens live?
I know.
It's 15 years. Congratulations, Daddy Andy.
Consistently
Yes.
hysterical.
Yeah.
And I've been loving all of the little like flashbacks to everything. And they just showed Teresa, right?
Yes.
She's been there 43 times. First of all,
That's
crazy.
crazy.
They showed I will say the thing I love most about these flashbacks though is seeing how all these people look like different people. New
Completely.
faces.
Teresa looked like a whole
different person.
Yeah.
A whole different person.
Completely different.
And
Yeah.
then they also showed the very first episode. Do you know who
With
the guest
Danielle. Danielle,
Yes,
stop.
Yes,
Yes.
The very first, very
Wow.
In this
I
weird
didn't know
poofy-
Yes,
that. I didn't remember that.
Strappy
dress.
sandal.
I don't know if
Yes.
it was like stupid Betsy. No offense, Betsy Johnson, but like those Betsy
I
Johnson
love
tutus.
Betsy
I'm sorry. But that's like, it was it looked not great. Some
Okay.
poofy thing.
It was not great.
No.
And it was like with a white shirt and
Like a wife beater or something.
Yeah, and a green and
Tulle, lots of tulle.
Yes. Okay, yes.
And
Oh,
she had like a petticoat. Yeah,
Yes.
but it was Danielle, and she was very like just I don't know, like
Weird.
It's like a snake. It just was
Well,
just very
I mean, that's on brand for Danielle.
yeah.
Well,
for sure.
congratulations to Andy. I thought it was really cool how they decided to celebrate it. They had a big celebration at the Boom Boom Room in New York City, and they invited everybody who was the 15 Club, is what they called it. So anyone who's been on Watch What Happens Live 15 times or more.
Oh,
so
okay,
we
that
had
makes sense.
Austin and Craig from Southern Charm, from Summer House. They had Kyle, Carl, Amanda, and Paige. From Jersey, obviously Teresa, but Melissa and Margaret. And then we had Sheena Shea from Vanderpump.
Of course.
And Heather and Whitney from
I'm
Salt Lake
surprised she
City.
she was able to like take a break because she's really busy.
Yeah,
She
make room in her
couldn't do-
schedule.
She
Yeah.
couldn't do Dancing with the Stars because
Yes.
she's too busy. So I'm glad she made this for Daddy
Must have been on
Andy.
a red eye. Dip in, dip right out.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Well, that was fun times, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of like the throwback
Yeah.
episodes that they've been doing all week. So, in other news, so we have finally, after much speculation, the confirmed cast of season 3 of The Traitors. Now,
think
Christina,
there's
do you watch?
No.
Okay.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
any
I'm
of
like,
you
nah.
watch-
No, this is we're gonna pass
Unfortunately,
it to
no.
Ramona.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna.
How am I
hand
finding out that none of you watch it for
No.
the first time while we're live on the podcast? Okay. Now I literally have to beg and implore you guys, please, please, please. And by the way, I kind of dipped in and out of season 1, but season 2 had me hooked. You guys would love this show. So I'm begging that you guys please get into The Traitors. Maybe season 3 will be your entry into it. But of all the people that they have, so are you guys basically familiar with the premise that they have reality stars
Yes.
of all different walks of life, whether it's the
NBC
CBS
though,
people.
right? Oh,
No,
CBS.
no.
Okay.
Like they have Survivor people, Amazing Race people, people from The Bachelor, people
Brother.
from Big Brother, from Bling Empire. I mean, literally all kind of reality shows. But of course, the only ones we care about are the ones
Yes.
from Bravo. So
Which
I'm
were
only going to
like
talk about
5.
those.
Aren't there
I
just a
didn't
couple?
forget-
Half cast.
Yeah, the cast is huge, though, isn't it?
It is.
It is a pretty big one. And so from the Bravo world, we have Chanel Ayan from Dubai. We
Excited.
we have Miss Dolores from Jersey.
Is,
we have
is Chanel going to be wearing costumes the whole time?
I hope so.
I
so.
would be
Right?
so disappointed if she does
She'll
not.
be lost,
but
That's
she'll be
one of my favorite
fabulous.
parts of the Traitors is that they really turn it up when it comes to the outfits. Christina's favorite Real Housewife of all time, Robin Dixon.
Okay.
We have
Can I just pause right there?
Yes.
yes.
I feel like it's so desperate of Robin to be on her first reality TV show post Potomac.
Beyond.
And not only that, but like honey, that's too long for you to be gone from Juan.
Oh,
I
well,
hate to break it
listen.
to you.
yes.
Juan
right.
I
will
don't
be
know
at-
how many hotel
yeah.
rooms he's about to pay for, but baby, check your bill.
She better hope she get voted out the first night.
Yes.
Okay. We also have Dorinda, and I'm hoping that she brings all of her Berkshire clip energy.
She is. I don't know.
with
Obviously,
her.
I'm not familiar with the show that much, but she's gonna melt down immediately.
And that's
Can you imagine
why
someone
she's
lying
there.
to her?
Oh.
How upset and offended and drunk and fucked up she would be.
Dorinda is gonna be the one. You mark my words. She's gonna one that's gonna bring the most entertainment value. But also Sierra and to round it out, Mr. Worm with the mustache, Tom Sandoval.
we don't care.
So,
Well, do we
yeah,
have
boo on him.
confirmation on Sierra's swap for Lindsay?
So that leads me to my next story. So apparently Lindsay Hubbard was supposed to be on the cast, but congrats to Lindsay. She's
Allegedly.
allegedly, this hasn't been confirmed, but they're alleging.
But she looks pregnant.
Sources allege that she is preggers. So yay, if we can also just maybe congrats her.
Tentatively.
Tentatively.
Yes.
But it's kind of also like the first little bit of juiciness coming out of this whole trader situation is because apparently she was not trying to be out with her pregnancy, and Dorinda decided like, oh no, you can't be on this if you're pregnant, and allegedly once her producers told them she was preggers, and then they swapped her out with Sierra.
So Sierra's still a nurse. We know she's really
Oh
confirmed
yeah,
a nurse. though.
nurse, yeah,
But,
nurse
like,
model.
No,
How is she
think
nursing, though?
No, I think she answered that in this very last season of Summer House. That she was the year before, but I think she's just all in on modeling and being a reality star.
Well,
and,
she's so pretty. It's like
Yeah.
fine. Leave nursing behind.
Why are
Leave
we
it to Kim
covering that up
Zolciak.
with
Yeah.
a nursing,
Yeah.
surgical mask. No.
Okay,
Yeah,
just wanted to make, because I'm like, well, how does she have all this vacation? Like, like
Maybe she's a
somehow-
travel nurse.
prepare the others.
Yeah.
Like per diem or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
All right. And also, guys, in other news, we found out that Martha's Vineyard got put on pause, and I was so bummed about that.
Yeah, it's sad. Very
It
sad.
is.
You don't
What
sound
no,
like
like real
that.
sad. But I've got to say though, like in our chat and on our Instagram, it's just like Amir keeps popping up, or
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're like, you can tell that once the show got on pause, okay, there's no purpose of you
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with him. And actually, it's a lot of reports that he's been on the outs with the cast. Actually, he himself has recently stated that he doesn't really talk to many people from
What
the cast.
about the running community? How do they feel about it being on
Still
pause?
out, but I would venture a guess to say that the running community is not supporting Mr. Amir.
They're fine.
at this moment.
They're-
But
they're
I was
fine.
I was a little bummed because I wanted to see if he did end up coming back, even though they didn't invite girlfriend Natalie, and what that dynamic would be like with him and Nick. And like, there's just some things that I wanted to see play out. So I don't know. Hope they pick it back up again
Yeah.
eventually.
What's another show that's on pause that they just kind of left on pause?
I mean,
think-
Vanderpump is on pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also
Yeah.
no, but like something
Well,
that they keep
Shaw's.
saying that they're not.
Shaw's, but then
But that wasn't on pause.
isn't Family
You know what?
Karma
I think
coming
Shaw's got
back?
canceled.
Is it? Because it's been on pause.
I
That's what
think
I
I
was
think
gonna say.
I heard. I think Family Karma is coming back.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
We'll
so
see.
we'll see. We will see. Well, thanks for the
Yes.
weekly roundup.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
Now let's get to the, as we like to say, the meat and potatoes.
Yes.
That's what you like to say.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I like to say.
Yes.
The meat and potatoes.
too, yes.
Thanks for the issue of the week. So now we're getting into the roundup of all the shows, of all the things that have happened in Bravo over the last week. First up, Dubai. I didn't know I needed it so much.
Guys, I will say, listen, I
all
know
needed
for the
it.
listeners, you don't know this right now, but in the chat, I was telling everyone that I love a fun jumpsuit moment like Caroline Stanbury's confessional
Yes.
look. I am wearing a jumpsuit right now. It would be animal print if I had one.
Yes.
But
But you
I
are
just love it.
monochromatic
yes,
head to
yes,
toe. Head to
monochromatic,
toe. Yes.
all black in honor of Miss Stanbury.
Yes,
love
I
it.
love that.
I love it. I was so excited for Dubai to come out. And I think this is kind of an example of a pause that maybe worked to the show's benefit. Because I remember when it ended, season one, like a lot of people were like, oh, that wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be with like all the hype. And so I think we all kind of forgot about that. And I was just like really excited to see the show come back. I don't know about you guys, but I was really excited to see it come back.
It was
And
great.
They're just so, I love
good.
an aspirational housewife.
Yes.
So
I feel like
love all the glam.
All of
and-
it was very aspirational. I almost
Yes.
forgot what it was to be an aspirational housewife.
Yeah.
I forgot like what that looks
You
like.
mean like not
Yeah.
like Monica? No, actually Monica was one of the best parts of Salt Lake City, but
in a different
in a different
But her
way.
lifestyle left a little
Yes,
to be desired.
it did.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
if we're being
it did.
honest.
Yes. But just getting into the drama of it all. So like Brooks
Yeah.
having a whole meltdown.
How
or
many
kind of-
drinks did she have before she got to that?
I feel like it's a calculated preemptive war. Like, she's been
Yeah.
talking shit about her friend that she just brought on. And I think she's trying to get ahead of it.
Oh, you think-
Interesting.
Okay, got it.
It definitely, that lunch definitely felt like she came here ready to be like, okay, when I get there, I'm going to go after this.
Yes.
I'm going to bring up that.
She had a
I'm gonna bring
checklist.
yeah, like she had a checklist. And I actually really don't like when housewives do that. Like, to me, that's what sets, like, the Bravo and the echelon of reality TV. I really feel like Bravo rises to the top because it's not Basketball Wives or Love and Hip Hop. Like, it's not like overly produced
God.
of like, okay,
That
when you
was-
get
by
in,
the way,
you should bring up
Ramona,
blah, blah,
hang
blah.
on.
Yeah.
Love and Hip Hop is like iconic. First of all, move it to Bravo. We've got Ray J, weirdo all over
Always a
TV.
weirdo.
Like, come on, so good. Even though they're completely, they have
They
a
are
checklist.
clueless.
They have a
and-
checklist about what they need to talk
Yes.
about. So asterisk next to that one. So I do love it.
And
I
I
can
will say
confirm.
no. I'm not trying to deliver shade to them because Lord knows I love a Jocelyn Puerto Rican princess moment. What she has contributed to reality TV is amazing, but Bravo is just a little better. So I don't like when it feels overly produced.
Yeah, I think you and I was just talking about this
We were.
in the car actually on the way here. As you guys know, Tiana's very pro Black Bravo.
yes.
And I was just saying like how Black
too.
Bravo on Bravo Network, there's like no difference. Like I feel like it's not a Zeus. They don't cheapen
Not
the
a Zeus.
quality. They don't
Correct.
cheapen the
No,
quality
not
of
a
the
Zeus.
shows. So it's like it's this upper echelon of kind of reality TV. So I get like
Yeah.
what Ramona's saying for sure.
I love it.
All righty.
We do need to talk about Caroline's facelift.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
amazing. My entire
looks
Instagram
good.
algorithm now is these like extra insanely fancy facelifts, and I love it. I want to see all of them, and everyone looks so good. And now she looks like she's the same age bracket as her husband.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah, a little
that's
far.
a
little
that's a
far.
nice
No, but she
compliment.
looks amazing, and I will say, you know how like when you're watching on Peacock and an episode ends, if they don't have another episode, they give you the suggested show.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I finished Dubai, you know what came up was Ladies of London season 1.
Oh, it's
and
so
I was
good.
like, Caroline still looks amazing.
She does.
I'm it's like
I feel like she
crickets.
looks the same. Like, the facelift didn't really change anything in
No,
my
she
opinion.
does look the same though. But if you go side by side,
But that's the thing, the
yes.
fact that she looks the same. Like she doesn't
That's
like
the
you look
point.
at a
She
reality
doesn't
show
look
from
tight. She
12
doesn't
years
After
ago.
pulling my
she doesn't
face,
really look that
I want to
different.
look a little different.
like a new person.
No,
but in a good way.
No,
in a good
I-
way.
I-
Or
no
maybe
shade.
frozen in time.
I don't mean
Yeah.
shade when I say this, but it's gonna come out a little shady.
Okay.
Demi Moore.
Okay.
That was just
Yeah.
a little
I think that was
before
an
the
accident.
correction. Before
Yeah.
the
Oh, post correction,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
hers was severe at first.
yeah,
Yeah.
severe for sure. So I was like, okay. So and then she kind of had the correction. Now she looks a lot more natural. I think.
Yeah.
Even with like age appropriate natural, I think. Yeah. So I think okay.
Well, can I say what I'm not looking forward to is seeing the unraveling of Ayan and Lisa's friendship because I love them as besties and we can kind of see the foreshadowing of how this is going to go off the tracks and I just what is so
No,
funny?
Tiana's got something to say. I'm sorry. Maybe Ayan and Lisa can go to Sarah's healer.
Oh, God. no.
gosh. Now, wait a minute. Are we
I've
talking
never
about
seen
grifters
healing with
again?
an iPad.
Did she just
Honey.
become a healer though? Was this new?
No, the guy with the laptop and he's like with the feathers.
It was 21st century healing for real.
But she was saying like she's a healer. Like at the lunch,
Sarah
she was
was?
like, yeah, she was like,
Oh, she said, yeah, when she was defending herself, she's like, I'm a healer.
yes.
And then,
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is this new?
That
I'm
is
so
some. I
confused.
swear,
She's whatever she
Sarah
pays
is
for.
somebody who takes herself way
yeah.
too seriously.
She got a nose ring and now she's like a healer.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
She'll be a shaman next.
Yes. Right, exactly. Yeah. Sarah the shaman.
Okay, well, it is in our normal kind of like routine now, Dubai. So I'm excited for it because we
Yes.
needed some housewife shows,
Yes.
kind of coming off of the Valley and, you know, Martha's Vineyard and all the things. So next up, our housewife is New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but to me, the best part of that episode was that awkward lunch with Dolores and
It
Paul.
was. It
God.
was.
I think it was.
I think it was. I think. Do you think?
I was like, dude.
Wait, is that an Irish
Do
thing,
what
by
the
the
fuck
way?
you gotta do.
Yeah, basically, he hit her with the eye. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But I felt like it was just a bluff, and it just came
Yeah.
off like a bluff. He was like, if it's not like it was
Yep.
like a tough guy, not
Yeah.
tough.
Because he
heard
knows
him-
she's not going anywhere.
No.
And I'm just like,
I
is
will
this for
say,
the camera? It just didn't read well.
I did hear him. I saw them and heard them on Jeff Lewis, and they talked about that lunch and how it just kind of
Who?
went. Dolores and
Dolores and
Paul.
Paul.
And Tina.
Yeah,
Paul.
I think he
Oh.
was talking about it, and he thinks it was just a mistake, and like it didn't go well, and it was just a disaster.
And then
basically,
did you choke? Because I was like eating something and almost choked when she said, "I'm a reasonable or easygoing person." I'm like the Dolores from Patterson that was about to like jump someone at a bar. I'm confused. Who
well,
is
with
she
men,
talking
with
about?
men, she gets walked all over by guys.
I was gonna say, actually, yeah, I think for him, she has made
Yeah.
things
How long has he
pleasant
been
and
married?
nice. I was actually really proud of decades, right? I assume over a
You
decade.
mean doormat Dolores? Like,
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
And I was really proud of her that she was like, hey, dude, you said last year. And even he was like, yeah, I'm not going to bring up
It's
COVID
the third
like
year.
everybody else. Yeah, it's the third year. I'm not going to bring up
By the
COVID.
way, how come
I'm
you
like, well,
sound
then why are you
Jamaican?
talking about COVID?
It's like when he gets to talking, it's like with this accent, it catches
Is
you
it
off guard.
Irish? Is it Jamaican? What's going on?
Okay,
But
what is
I
it
think
again?
it was important for
What
her
is it?
to at least like stand up for herself a little bit and be like, dude, I'm not about to just be sitting over here waiting forever. Like,
Yes, she
divorce
is.
this lady. But yeah, she is.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, she.
Yeah, no,
definitely.
she's waiting, she's on standby, and
She's
I
on
just-
ice.
She's on
Not
pause.
even- she's on ice.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll ever be up to bat.
Well, the other awkward conversation. How about Rachel Fuda and?
I was just
well,
about to. I was
the
just about to
Fudas
get
and-
just
That
about
was
to get to
hilarious
that.
also.
And where did we start? Was it the bottle of alcohol to take to my brother? I'm like, that's weird. And then when she was on Watch What Happens Live,
She
it
said,
was Louis.
yeah, she said Louis did
beat me
that.
to it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And what's up with his comb down? Whatever that is, it's like all combed back. Have we seen that? It's so bad.
I'm
so
so
bad.
focused on his face most of the time. I don't know
Yes.
who has more work done.
I was
him or
gonna
her.
say Caroline or Louis. Like that is not what you're supposed to look like, Louis. Take a page out of Caroline's book.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
he's taking a page out of the Bruce Jenner book of male plastic surgery. Is what he is doing. But to be honest, to me, what was more distracting about all of that was like, to me, I didn't really feel like he had Teresa's back like that. 'Cause
Why was he so quiet?
Yes, I'm
Like,
what
you had
is
this
this?
man,
I
you
wish my husband would
Oh my
let
gosh.
some man come at me
He
crazy
was
like this, and he'd just be
aggressive.
there like,
He was aggressive.
he would be like Jason? I'm sorry, yelling at Janet. I'm sorry, yelling at Zach about
Yeah.
Janet. That was funny. I
That was
apologize.
hilarious.
but
Yeah.
at least Jason sort of defended her honor. But I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah,
stand
okay,
up
that
and
was
say-
laughable, but we'll get into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Laughable.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, I just don't think it's a good look for a man to be kind of yelling at a woman and then to
But-
just stand there as her husband, just to sit there quiet.
But I also
Like,
think,
that's a punk move to me.
like, Louis' face, I was like, is he about to call the private investigator again? That's just what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
he's plotting.
He's
not
scheming.
just sitting there, or
Yeah.
he's like observing.
Wheels are turning.
And
Wow.
then
doing
I went-
his best housewife impression. He let his husband go at it.
yes.
Mr. Fuda. He
Yeah.
said, my girl got my back.
He'll handle
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I did a deep dive because I was like, well, who is he
Not a
talking
deep
about?
dive.
Yeah, deep dive. I did a deep dive.
I love a deep
You went
dive.
private investigator.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the ex-wife, Fuda's ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
And she just got released from a halfway house.
Oh gosh.
And because I was like, wait, meth? Wait, wrapped him around a pole. I was
Wait
like,
a
oh,
minute.
we need to figure this out. And it was really, really
Sad.
sad. And then they showed a picture of her before with her son. I was like,
yeah.
oh, this is sad.
Yeah.
So sad. So I hope
Yikes.
that kind of all comes together for all of them. And I really want to lead the petition of voting Teresa off.
Off the island.
Yeah, off the island.
Off to Traitors or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, off of that.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so just out of pure respect, we had to do the Housewives first, but
Right.
Summer House is delivering.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
Tiana's about to like eyes glazed over,
Yes.
about to fall
I mean,
asleep.
you know, they did their little one too. Little one, too.
But oh my gosh, from the first reunion, and we've been talking about it from the chat on Instagram, everything about Wes and Sierra.
Wes, by the way, I would like to go out and say it right away. He did not fool me.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
I
I
was-
was
I
a
was
fuckboy all
shocked.
along.
Yes.
Okay.
Because normally I gave Sierra the benefit of the doubt that she knew something that we didn't, because normally I will say women can be a little like smitten and gullible and like feel like, oh my God, someone likes me. You know, and she stood her ground because she knows who he is. And his
As far as
dumb
not sleeping with him.
Yes, and
Okay.
his dumb mustache spoke for himself, and he is exactly who I thought he was, honestly.
But do we think Sierra has a type? Because this is the second
Yes.
fuckboy on TV
Yes.
that didn't do right by you, and now, like, girl, don't date on TV anymore.
No.
That's
At
where
all.
I'm at. No,
She needs a real man, though. The problem is these little boys on these shows aren't, like, they're not men,
And
honestly.
do you think they're intimidated?
They're little bitches, and they get away with. Now, once again, okay, you have a petition.
PSA.
Here's my
Yeah.
PSA. I can't shut
PSA.
up. I won't shut up. People,
Okay,
women,
okay, Bethany.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Bethany, I
I'm
won't
not,
shut
I'm not-
up.
I'm not. Chanel locked me out. They wouldn't let me in. It was no.
17 posts
Yes.
later from Courtney.
I get
say.
every single time I start typing, I'm like, listen, guys, I can't shut up about this. They just need
Yeah.
to stop fucking these guys.
Yes.
If she
Yes.
actually did the right thing for a long time. She
Yeah.
like took Patty Stanger's rules and like said no sex before monogamy, whatever it was.
Yep.
And he lied to her and made her look like a total. I mean, everyone on the outside says, "Don't worry, girl, you look fine. You don't look like a jackass." But like, she feels like one.
Yeah,
And
Which is
he
wrong.
sucks.
She shouldn't wear that like badge of shame.
No,
especially
no, no,
because she
no.
really did try to. I almost think with her, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I almost feel like she's waiting for her Craig. And because Paige found like
Some guy
a
that
good
sews.
egg in the middle of reality TV, that it's almost like, well, maybe there is a good guy that's out there, and maybe the next guy will treat me better or whatever. But it's sad. But I don't know why she wears the badge of shame.
I think she's
Because
just
of
hurt.
it.
I think she just
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
bad.
But
Yeah.
speaking of Paige, who I am just like the MVP of the
Yes.
season,
Oh,
I have
yes.
a girl crush on
Yes.
Paige. I'm
Yes.
just like, I
Don't
want to
we
be able
all?
to speak up like Paige, the
Yes.
way she like positioned herself in the reunion and like, she's like, oh no, I'm gonna talk to you, Wes. She can't do it, I will
Yeah.
do it for her. I
Yes.
was like, I love this.
That is how you
Yeah.
have your besties back.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. I feel like this installment is going to be on Lindsay and Carl. They touched on it a little bit,
Yeah.
then they kind of glazed over. It was
Just
like,
started fighting like idiots again.
yeah.
Well, that's
And
what
Andy's
I
like,
thought
ping
the
pong.
main
Yeah.
takeaway. Yes, that's what I thought the main takeaway would be. Like, it's so funny. I've been waiting for the Summer House reunion since we found out in October or September that they broke up.
Totally.
I was like, because I know they just filmed the summer, and I was like, I can't wait for the reunion. And Lord, like,
Can you imagine if they said Summer House didn't get a reunion? I was like,
Oh,
take to the
boycotting.
streets and riot.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Yeah.
We're
No.
boycotting.
That was
Ramona.
no. They knew they couldn't do us like that.
We're boycotting,
But
for sure.
lo and behold, that they weren't even the top story to come out of that reunion.
No.
But,
Right,
yeah.
right. Alrighty. Any other things we want to cover in Summer House before we get into the
Yes.
valley of it all?
I was disappointed. Here's why I was disappointed with the episode.
Okay.
I thought we'd start with getting rid of the mullet. I really did.
Oh,
I thought we'd start there.
Okay.
You're
So
right.
like minus 10,000, no shears.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
And I was forced to look at the mullet for the rest of the reunion. But other than that,
But
I
we
think it was
know,
pretty
but we know
juicy.
that it's coming.
Yeah.
And
Not soon
unfortunately,
enough.
what else is coming is more Danielle. That was the other takeaway. That
Like, let her go.
We're
Put
done,
her out
right?
of her misery.
Dawn. We're done with Danielle.
Done.
The whole thing about I leaked it and it was a
That's
juicy
so
story.
embarrassing, by the way.
And
Don't admit that.
no remorse.
you should
no
you
remorse.
should be ashamed that you
Yes.
got outed about that. She could
And
care
then
less.
she's upset. that like someone didn't take the blame
Because she's
for
a
it?
founder and that she
Yeah.
knows how to handle it.
Yeah,
That's why.
she
She's a
does.
founder. That's why.
Okay.
Wait, but did the app crash? What happened
No,
to
but there's
the
very
outfits?
the app has like 1 star on the App Store.
Well, if she used the app to help her figure out what her reunion look would be,
Right.
that's
I-
all we need to know
Yes.
about that app.
Right. Right.
Literally everyone else on the cast in theme, and then womp womp.
She looked like a
Danielle.
retired flapper.
Yeah, that was.
She did.
Like, didn't
She
she?
did.
Yeah, it was giving
Yeah.
Real House of New Jersey reunion season 1.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, the Valley, and we're concluding with the Valley. The Valley left us. It had no reunion. It just had a season finale show, and we were a little disappointed.
Yes.
Very disappointed,
To say the least.
to say the least.
little.
Huh?
Outrage.
Outrage.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to it coming back. We definitely are. I definitely get picked up
yes.
for season 2, so we're so happy about that. But let's talk about this baby moon. I think we think like production was like, why did production let Janet get away with it and not invite
I think
Kristen?
she said like what she said at the finale when she was like, I'm pregnant. You can't talk to me like that. Like that's what she
Literally.
did.
And then her
Yeah.
husband as her bodyguard. I was just
He's like, yeah.
I'm like this. This does
Stop
this
it,
couple-
guys.
The Mickey Mouse bodyguards.
And it's
Right?
and fine if like around your
I will
baby
wreck you.
situation.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sure,
What does that
tough,
even mean
sure,
coming
tough
from you?
guy.
I will wreck you.
But I think like if that was her, like, oh, I'm preggers, this is my baby thing, and I don't want certain people there, fine. But then that shouldn't have been the cash trip of the season, because what you ended up doing was leaving out 2 major participants, and especially Kristen, that were major players in the season. One of which was like one of the 3 like marquee stars going into this show. So I don't know. I thought that was like lame. I didn't like that.
Beyond
She
lame.
put up for medical reasons. I don't want to go into early labor. She can't come.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
But at least I will say this, because I have been, ever since we found out that the Valley wasn't going to get a reunion, I've been bummed out about it. But I was happy that at least they picked the cameras back up 6 months later and gave us a little bit of
Yeah.
where are they now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was
if
about to talk.
nothing
So they
else.
came back 6 months and they kind of closed out Brittany and Jax,
Yeah.
and Michelle and Jesse. And I know everyone's like, "Yeah, Michelle, great, you got a backbone," but I just think it was believable. I just think like she was just trying too hard to stand up to Jesse. Am I the only one? These faces.
she was
I'm
just
just-
tired.
No, she doesn't give a shit. I think that's what it is. You see someone who is the definition of resigned and just like, who fucking cares? Like,
Yeah,
oh, no,
she is
Jesse.
So it's so interesting to see the difference between like Brittany and Jax, and like
Yeah.
that just feels like it is just still like a knife in the gut to Brittany, and obviously Jax is going through torture versus Michelle and Jesse. Even though I think it's hard for Jesse. Like,
Wait, what is
Michelle
Jax going through?
Well, he
wouldn't
seems to
say
be
torture.
like a
Jax.
little bit of a tortured soul.
No,
of
I
like,
think
oh
this
my-
was fully planned out by him. He
Yeah.
said, I don't want to break up with my wife
Yeah.
because she's bigger.
Oh,
So I'm going to let her do it for me.
Yeah, it's like-
I'm going to let her roll
Not to
herself
bring up,
off.
not to bring up a,
not roll
yeah.
herself.
Yes, I thought she'd like that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna let her roll herself off of our
There's
marriage.
like, have you ever heard the term like when someone like gets sweated out? Like you make it so uncomfortable for them that
Yeah.
they leave. It's like
Sweat
if you,
it.
like you turn the heat up, right? And you
Oh,
make someone
I was
hot
thinking
and make
something
someone-
totally different.
No, not like that.
sweating. Oh,
No,
where we go
like-
right now?
You make
About your
someone
dinner
leave.
first.
Right?
Yeah, you make someone leave on their own. And that's what happened, 100%.
I get that. You know what? I guess I can see that happening. But it's just so funny because he's just such a maniacal, like, Jax is gonna be the villain
Guys.
every time.
All the time.
Therapy is just too far.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's
just-
way too
it's
far.
too
I
far.
booked it, but it's so
I
far.
booked it
I made
and
an
I did Google
appointment.
Maps.
Yeah.
And it was too far.
Don't I get any brownie points for making an appointment?
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then the way they cut back to him, like she
oh.
says it, and like he's not gonna go, and then cut back to him. I tried. It was too far. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, go on BetterHelp. There's Zoom.
Yeah,
Muffy.
if
Zoom
you, wanted
Muffy.
if you really wanted to get help, Jax, come on,
Yeah,
you could.
please.
Do
Yeah.
better.
No,
Do
she wanted it.
better.
I really hope Brittany just like, let's keep this moving. Let's talk to divorce attorneys. let's
I think she's
make
gonna
this a
have
thing.
to.
I don't
He
think
should.
so. I think she's gonna her and
think she's
Mima
gonna
a little
go
bit of a
back?
pushover.
gosh.
I think it'll just stay stagnant. I think she will bounce around from Airbnb to Airbnb to
God.
Airbnb.
Oh my God.
You know what it's like? I'm really hoping it's not like a Ashley Darby and Michael Darby situation.
Ashley's fine.
No,
She's
but I'm
got this-
saying like the divorce is just never
She's got-
happening.
yeah, no, it's not.
Just
She's
kind of
got-
always in limbo.
Yeah, she's got Crocodile Dundee buying her houses
Yeah.
and all
Not
that
Crocodile
stuff.
Dundee.
And
Not Crocodile
it's
Dundee.
fine.
I love it. It's so on brand, so perfect.
Crikey.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the Crocodile Hunter.
I think
right.
he's just looking for the
Same,
next
same.
Megan Fox. And once he
Megan
finds
Fox.
that he's going to marry her, they're going to have a kid or two.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
no.
think.
Once again, a PSA. Stop
PSA.
fucking these guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I thought I didn't want it to end. I think
No.
Bravo is
I
finally giving us
know.
some great stuff. The Housewives are
Yeah.
back. You know, OC is coming back.
Yes.
Yes.
Atlanta's coming back. All the things. So we're gonna have a lot of roundup and ish to talk
Yes.
about throughout
Yeah.
the weeks. With that being said, Courtney, why don't
Yeah.
you take us out?
I would love to. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we hope that everyone listening and watching is going to go make their own group chat, a Bravo Ish Talkers group chat, whatever you want to call it. And send us what you guys talk about and give us some more topics to discuss as your friends and family and everybody. And just don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all the things. And if you have any comments, you can email us at takioish@bravoishtalkers.com.
Yeah.
Yay.
You cleared that.
Look at me go.
Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us on our episode 7.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
What?
I know, right? Remember, keep the ish talking unapologetic, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.